That's the last 2 games for Jalen. What do you like about what he's doing right now?
Yeah, he's taking what they give him and making the right reads. He's been getting off the ball, sharing it, obviously in attack mode as well. So with men out, Reed out, and Fred out until today, he's been having the ball in his hands a lot more and been basically a backup point guard when certain guys go out, and done an excellent job.
What did you like about when Jalen and Albie were sitting to start the fourth, how Fred and Tari and the bench guys kind of, maintained and expanded the lead?
Yeah, it was great. It was kind of due time. We talked about being up 10, 11, 12 a few times and taking some bad shots or turning the ball over, defensive mistakes to let them get it back to 6 or so, and wanted to extend it this time. And so increased the lead there. Was really solid. Got the looks we want, whether we made or missed. And, it was like I said, got that up to 17 when, we'd been kind of going back and forth. And so everybody contributed. Didn't have to put Fred back in, and those guys controlled the pace.
Talk about having Fred back tonight, what that does for you guys in terms of control.
Yeah, he's still knocking the rust off, and, he's going to play his way back as far as shape, conditioning, and, his rhythm and feel and all that. But just a steady hand out there to kind of calm things down and, initiate, get guys to spots, and so it doesn't have to be 1 or 2 guys only. And so welcome, psyched to have him back, obviously, and be good to put some games together to get his rust off.
Without one of your best defenders out there in Ime Thompson, how were you able to control, keeping Kevin Durant under control?
Yeah, I think Dylan was solid. He was staying in his airspace all night, other than a few lapses early where he got the threes off. Some great looks. He didn't really have a ton of wide open looks. He's going to make tough shots, obviously, all the time, but threw a few bodies at him. I think we did a good job on a lot of the guys, Booker as well, and even I think Beal might have been their leading guy. So. Those 2 to 19 each, obviously high-level scorers. Take 15 and 12 shots. It's a decent job there. But I think started with Dylan and then Jabari, and even when Jalen, those guys switched on to him, just keeping the body on him and making everything tough.
You guys took 88 shots, Suns took 73. Obviously, when they have guys who are going to make shots, just how much do you manufacturing those extra possessions through steals and turnovers?
Yeah, obviously we've been the best in the league this year at the second chance points, offensive rebounds. That takes a hit when Steven goes out, but wanted to get stops and get out and run the transition, but also take care of the ball. And we turned them over 17 times for 18 points, and we only had 9 ourselves. So that's going to be 8 plus 8 right there in that column. And you need it against those guys who can really score. And so we did find our rhythm. We did get down transition, not as good as last time we played them, but taking care of the ball, getting high quality shots, and then trying to get second chance points is big for us.
Jalen mentioned, I think, after the Minnesota game, he likes facing other kind of star 2 guards in the league. Did you get a similar sense for him going against Devin Booker tonight? Any kind of extra edge early?
I wouldn't say I noticed it. He's been that since I got here. He's taken on the challenges. You saw it against them last year quite a bit. He got into his things with those guys. And, a lot of guys getting amped up against certain matchups for sure. And Jalen rises to the occasion more often than not. But you're going to see somebody premiere every night pretty much at the 1, 2, or 3, and he takes on those challenges, and obviously had a very controlled, efficient game tonight. 10 for 11 free throws, 8 for 16 from the field, and the assist.
What was the explanation that they gave you about Adams and Plumlee's situation?
They said they threw each other down on the floor. It didn't look like they threw each other down. They both fell down and whatever, got in a little wrestling match. I didn't think they would get ejected for that, so that's all I heard.
What did you think of the rest of the match?
It wasn't much. Steven could do a lot more if he was really trying to wrestle. So, like I said, it looked like they got in a little bear hug and fell down, and I thought that'd be maybe a technical at best, but surprised to be ejected.
How does your strategy differ from the regular season games versus the playoff setting games?
Tonight?
Just in general, like how does it differ from like a game tonight versus like a playoff series?
Yeah, in playoffs you get very, much more specific about coverages and personnel and digging into tendencies. You have much more time to prepare, obviously, for that instead of a one and done. And so, for us, we sprinkle in things throughout the season and kind of implement as we go and see what works well for us and things that don't. And so we sprinkle in the zone, sprinkle in different lineups and all those things, but. We'll figure out based on an opponent and what we've done well against them, what other teams have done well against them. And so that's just the playoffs. It just gets much more zeroed in and focused on taking away certain plays, personnel, and those things.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.